Good morning. It's a good day to hike. It is about 8:45 a.m. and here I am, this place called Telaga Tujuh. The challenge for today is to head up a place called the Blue Lagoon. So I'm looking forward for this hike. It goes up pretty high in terms of staircase, and then we go into some wilderness, semi-wild, pretty nice. And I'm going to take you to the journey and we will be rewarded with the Blue Lagoon. So let's get started. I'm already at the beginning. Let's go.
Welcome to the Seven Wells or Telaga Tujuh. Some of the best and tallest waterfalls here in Langkawi. They look magnificent, but these are not the places that I'm going today.
Okay, so this is the beginning of a journey where once we cross the counter registration, we're going to start with a staircase like this. The counter registration is something new that they started like last year. So for Malaysian like me, we are paying somewhere around 5 ringgit. Not sure about the rest though. So this is how I look before I start the hike. Still smiling, still trying to figure out what's up there for me. I know what's up there for me, it's just that every journey is a little bit different, ain't it? My breath is becoming heavier and heavier already. Walking up the stairs like this is probably gonna take like 20 minutes if you're quick. There's no rush. There's some benches in the middle so you can rest up. So the target of hike is about 1.5 hours to the waterfalls. There are in between waterfalls, but we are going to the Blue Lagoon today. It can be less challenging if you're not carrying a bag of gears right behind your bag. I've got some cameras behind me and my treats after the waterfall. This is how steep it is from the top, and once you reach, you'll be greeted with this view over here. Some last few steps that we're going to take. And if you're anything like me, climbing up the staircase just now is about zone 4 of my heart rate. So take it easy. This poor heart.
A lot of people would stop at this part of the Seven Wells where they jump into the pool.
Now we're going to stop for a quick photo over here. The leaf in the foreground can be in silhouette, framing the bridge just a little bit, and there's a couple that's just right underneath the bridge over there. So that's the photo, guys. We gotta go because the best is yet to come.
And that's right, because over here there are amenities like toilets and all. You can take a break and enjoy some of the waterfall ponds around. Or if you're like me, perhaps maybe continue on with the hiking to the Blue Lagoon.
Ya, yang puncak tu cantik. Dia pemandangan dia cantik. He suggests me to go up to the peak, which is 2 hours of trekking. No, thank you. Not today. Once we reach the Seven Wells, we come to a jungle trail. So there's a trail that we can follow, just like this.
I personally think that trails like these are the real hike. That's where the real fun begins. Although I gotta say though, those staircases at the initial hike, that took away a lot of fun because it takes a lot of effort. Now throughout the hike, there is a very distinctive trail to follow, so don't vary off the trail if you don't want to get lost. Should be straightforward. And a good checkpoint is when you crosses this bridge for the very first time, and there is 2 of these bridges which you will be crossing later on. And this is me off trail climbing amongst the rocks on the river. Don't do this if you're not doing photos like this. But then again, it's not rocket science, it's just on the river besides the trail. You will see signs like this that keeping yourself in the right trail, and there are steps like this during the trek.
Let me talk to you guys a little bit about the channel since I left. I've done 2 videos so far and this is going to be my 3rd video. If you not know me, my name is John and welcome to Nowhere But Here. So, what happened after 2 videos? Well, at the very last portion of that video I said, you know, coming out for camping can be quite a big commitment because you got to take everything with you, get some rest day, and start plan for the camp and actually execute the whole entire thing. Today, I'm out here in Langkawi because I had a job yesterday which I completed, and then I vacant one day to come out here and hike at this trail over here. Hence, I've got the opportunity to be out in the wild again and make videos like this. My job, I'm a wedding photographer. I photograph people, and some of you might have received some emails and DMs. Those who are in this industry, you guys campers out there, I thought it is a good idea to collaborate because the person behind the whole entire channel where you are out there camping, it is picturesque. That's why you and I do it. And at the same time, I think it's a nice story to feature. And what I know best is actually photography. And I thought making portraits of people camping can be quite interesting. And that's why, that's the thought process of how I try to reach out. And yes, no doubt it is a small channel, the reach is not huge, but I think at the end of the day, we can still have fun and get some really nice content out of it. And that's the whole entire idea of me reaching out if you guys receive the email. I will still continue reach out to content creators out there who are doing outdoor content like me, see if we can collaborate. I love this spot. This is not Blue Lagoon yet. Blue Lagoon is still up there. But over here is quiet because Blue Lagoon, today's a weekend, it's gonna be packed. Maybe I should just decamp here and take a swim. I'm hot right now, I'm sweating like crazy. But let's go to the Blue Lagoon because I want to show you guys Blue Lagoon. Alright, let's go.
That's right, John. Blue Lagoon is just about 5 minutes away from where you are. Come on, don't let everybody wait for you to showcase the Blue Lagoon.
So just right after the first bridge, you're gonna see some staircase that we're gonna hike up a little. It's not many stairs, but always if you're going towards the Blue Lagoon, the river is on the right hand side. So let's take up on this staircase before we reach to another checkpoint. Alright, as I was saying, it is the weekend. Now the forest is vast. There are few waterfall junctions around here at 7 wells. And no matter I think when we came in that time it was like 20 odd people registered to come into this protected rainforest. But because of how vast the rainforest is and how many waterfall stops there are over here, we seem to be alone. I mean, there are people that's gonna pass us to walk faster because I slow down to get photos and make videos. So this is checkpoint number 2 to make sure that you know you haven't passed the Blue Lagoon. Coming right up after the staircase is here, we got the second bridge that we got to cross. And once you cross the second bridge, it shouldn't take more than 3 minutes, or rather 1 minute, to actually come to the junction where checkpoint 3, that's where you'll be able to see the entrance, the cut-off to the Blue Lagoon. In fact, I think, if I'm saying it right, people label it right now.
That's right, John. There's no need to gatekeep anymore.
The blue pool. Blue pool. Kinda no point to safekeep this place anymore. Everybody knows about it. If you're anything like me, like maybe thinking that, hey, camping is a good idea, and if I can drag along enough equipment with me, I think this site over here, the entrance to Blue Lagoon, it can fit like 2 camps, 2 tents with some fly shade and all. And then to my right, moving down here, within like 30 seconds away, is the Blue Lagoon itself. How cool is that, right? Well, let me know in the comment below if you want an episode of me actually doing the Blue Lagoon camp. Maybe it's worthwhile planning one trip just for it. I need a personal tent though. I'm not going to take my Village 13 to come here, and that's going to be crazy. Alright, I'm coming down. There are people over here already, so we just gotta share the pool. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you our mini Blue Lagoon. So apparently what happened is that it is on the dry season. Usually what happens, the water, when there's a lot, it comes all the way down here, but it's a little bit dry. We end up with a very small pond, but a very clear pond. Let's dip in. Okay, sit up. Oh, sejuk. Sorry ya. Tangkap dulu. Tak apa. Sejuk. Sejuk. Tadi masuk sejuk eh? Lebih cepat, lebih tak sejuk. Remember I was telling you guys how vast the forest is? Now because how popular Blue Lagoon, or apparently right now it's official, it's called Blue Pool, is. There are quite a lot of people over there, so they just chill, take turn to go into the waterfall, take a dip. But I've got more. I want to do a little bit more. I've got stuff that I walked myself after the hike. Let me show you.
All this while I'm hiking, I'm carrying with me a bag of really delicious nasi lemak that I purchased before starting the hike, a whole water bottle of hot piping coffee that I wanted to reward myself at the Blue Lagoon, but because there's just so many people there, I decided to come back to this secluded place. And after being satisfied dipping in the water, it's time to just indulge. Now it has been a wonderful hike. How I ended up here and everything was quite as planned. We deviate a little. The hike, I rewarded myself with a cold plunge of waterfall water. The stream is fantastic. And then I secluded myself from the rest of the crowd come into this peaceful place and rewarded myself with my pack of nasi lemak. It is now noontime, so that's my lunch. And also then piping hot coffee that I brought together with me throughout the hike that I didn't have a single sip throughout until right now. A reward for myself. We're gonna hike down all the way back where we started. Follow through the whole entire journey if you may. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on the next video. I might have a little bit surprise at the end when I go down, because depending if that place that I would like to go is open. If the place is open, then we shall just spend a good 10-15 minutes in there. What is it, you ask me? Something to do with best in Langkawi. I think this hike on the 7 Wells has so much to give. What I'm showing you is just the Blue Lagoon, or the Blue Pool as people label it to be. But there are so many more different waterfalls that we can spend like almost the whole day being here. And I always dream about maybe camping here at the Blue Lagoon. Maybe one day. One day I'll come back with a backpack. Have I mentioned the way to get out from here is the same way I came in from? So just do the reverse and head back out.
Rumor says that descending is easier than ascending. I shall experience it right now. Have I shown you the staircase? Yeah, so whatever we went up, we must go down. Right, that's the gate. We are there, we're here. Hello. Yeah, you remember me?
Of course, photographer, right?
Yeah. I went up hiking. I went to the waterfalls just now earlier today. I was still since like 8 o'clock. So yeah, making a video as well. Yeah, I wanted to say to everyone over here, probably Langkawi is one of the best coffee place.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You're too kind. You're torturing the bear.
After 1 minute, when it's frost, then more further.
Okay, thank you so much.
No worries.
So yeah, after a hike. Nice Americano. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's the hike. See you guys on the next episode of Nowhere But Here. Ciao, ciao, take care.